Hello everybody to this very special walkthrough on the GameCola channel. This has been a very long time coming. I'm John and I'm here with James.
Yes, hello everybody. Welcome to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Oh my gosh, it's finally here. It would not be a GameCola, we would not be true GameCola YouTubers if we didn't play an Ace Attorney game at some point.
And I'm glad a new one came out just in time after 6 years of waiting.
Good grief, has it really been that long since they came out in Japan?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Since the second one came out, I
Okay,
think.
since the second, okay, that would be 4 years since the second one. Let me see the first one, because it was like 2015. Yes, 6 years. Good grief.
Oh, alright.
Oh, but so exciting.
Alright. With that said, though, let's just jump into it.
Oh, yeah.
And forgive my chair for being creaky as hell, but let's get on with this.
Yep. Oh.
New game.
Oh, we should probably mention, we are both going in almost completely blind to this.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence
Japanifornia.
to this far eastern island
Like
nation.
probably the early 1800s.
The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling.
Jeez, almost looks like a Professor
It
Layton
was a
game.
period of
Kinda-
great change,
I haven't even played a
and some
Professor Layton game,
was
but I
swept
think you're
away
right.
by the tide.
Similar aesthetics, different designs.
Yeah. Oh.
Well. I don't even have a gun. Why are you arresting me?
The turbulence
Nope,
of
never
that
mind.
era
Oh, no,
was
yes.
just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Well, there's the killer, guys. We know who it is.
Us.
Which, actually, yeah. No, see, that's the thing, though. Don't all of the Ace Attorney games for the first case, they show who the killer is? So this,
Yeah.
like... so in a way...
Oof, that is a rough typewriter sound.
Yeah.
That is old.
That is an old... Yeah, well, I mean, naturally so, but geez.
November 22nd. Oh, well, we're playing this game too early.
Yep. Actually, it's the European ordering as well. 22nd November.
Ah.
So
I still can't believe it. I can't believe this is
so
happening.
not only are we playing it too early, we're playing it in the wrong country. Can't believe this. All right, well, sorry.
How can it be just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber? Is this the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide of my fate? Oh, nothing's changed.
Yep.
Oh my god, the sound effects.
Ding.
I've missed these games so much.
It's been a while. Last Ace Attorney game I played was Spirit of Justice, all the way back in 2016.
I didn't play Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice on 3DS. I played them on my phone.
Fair
It was
enough. Fair
easier
enough.
that way.
All
Because
right.
they came out during a time I wasn't playing my 3DS that much.
All right. So why? The bailiff
What?
says. Wait, the bailiff says what? What?
Oh, no, nothing.
Save your glares, murderer.
Jesus, alright. Screw you, buddy.
Well, I mean, you were holding a gun. Clearly, you are the murderer. We know this.
I'm sorry. Alright, I'm gonna get a hard time pronouncing this.
Oh, I can help.
My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Nosuke.
So, the
okay.
the su is kind of silent. So Ryunosuke,
Gotcha.
like
Alright.
Sasuke
Ryunosuke
from
Naruhodo.
Naruto. The
I'm a second-
U in su is silent.
I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident, and now here I am, awaiting my trial. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez, enough daydreaming.
Yeah. Who's this? Oh, that's enough. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. Wow. Is there a breeze in here? And
who are you? I am the coolest friggin' person you'll ever meet in your life.
Yeah.
I totally didn't do this murder
Yeah,
at all.
I am so cool. I generate my own local breeze. I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today.
Oh, we're not defending ourselves? That's lame. Lawyer?
Yes, if you've never heard of one of them. Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal, so you will hold your tongue. Or I will chop it off with this sword of mine that I am brandishing for some reason, which, for some reason, threatening a bailiff of the highest court in Japan with a sword is apparently not some kind of criminal offense, I guess.
Technicalities, look at you. You haven't even graduated yet.
And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave.
Ah, hello.
Right, Ryunosuke?
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry, but help me. Help me, please.
Ellipses. What are you apologizing to me for?
Oh, I will. No, I suppose it wasn't my fault. Wow, we suck. We straight up just suck.
Yeah.
But really, Kazuma, Kazuma? Kazume?
Kazuma. Yeah, Kazuma.
Kazuma. Kazuya from Tekken.
Kazuya, no, Kazuma Kiryu, obviously. He's gonna go curb stonk the bailiff later.
really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry.
There you go again, apologizing.
It's my job.
That's your job? What is, Your Honor, clearly, the defendant is too incompetent to have ever murdered someone. That's just like you guys, dysfunctional.
Here we go again. All right.
Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you?
Of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I could never murder someone.
Exactly.
Not intentionally.
This is just what I was saying. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high.
You mean, like,
Yes, just like that. Oh, no, see, now you're slouching again. I can't even see you, but I just have this distinct impression that you're probably slouching. You know what would be really great is if when he says, hold your head up high, the camera angle raised, like, a couple inches.
Kazuma Asiogi, my best friend. Also, his second year at the Yume University, but he's far more clever than I, a star student in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer, impressive considering he's still an undergraduate.
It's not that impressive, I was reading your thoughts, haha! The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old, here in Japan anyway.
Wow.
My qualifications don't mean much, yet.
You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. Hope you're not the murderer.
Me too. Me too. Otherwise, my speaking role is going to be very short.
That's when this all started. Congratulations, Kazuma. Looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last.
I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and successes in court.
So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you. I'm proud as your friend. and nothing else.
Oh boy.
There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. Even the rats know his name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura billowing around his temple.
Well, no, yeah, that's causing the breeze that causes, even in this still shot, my little hair ribbons are fluttering in the breeze. Also, the way that we know if they are just friends or something more is if, similar to Phoenix and Edgeworth, they longingly say each other's names and then followed by ellipses. So like Edgeworth, Phoenix, Edgeworth.
Here we go.
So that's how we know. So if we start seeing that, then we know there's something going on. Anyway, I want to bring about change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes, because apparently ours isn't real.
The heart of the British Empire. I wish I could see it too.
Then come with me.
Yeah.
We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together.
If only it were that simple.
Oh dear, look at the time. I'd better be going.
Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little while longer. Whiskey.
Good idea. Wait a second, you're not old enough to drink. Are you?
That's not true. Oh wait, do I have the court? Do I have the court record?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Curses, we don't have the court record. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this.
See you in English class tomorrow then.
That would
you.
be me.
I can't read names.
That's okay.
We've established this.
We're only just getting used to them. See you in English class tomorrow then, partner.
Howdy, partner. And
we're going to Britain, not America.
It was straight after that. That's when it happened. He shot me in the face.
Bam.
I guess this will be me. A steel game? May I have a word?
Professor, I didn't know you were coming.
Well, this case has more personal significance to me. But never mind that for now, Yogi. You should go immediately to the judge's chambers.
To His Excellency's chambers? Why?
He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion in procedures today as a result. Who the hell is this man? Why is he so big and have a really weird mustache?
Yeah, and his hair is 2 different colors.
I feel as though I've seen him at the university before. I'm the worst student ever.
Yeah, jeez. I see. I'll go at once then. This should be me. I shall accompany you. She's very pretty.
Yeah, she is very pretty.
I mean, is it yukata or is it some, I can't remember the outfit she's wearing with the big ribbon. I think that's a yukata. I love those. I love I love that kind of
kimono.
uniform. Kimono.
Hakamas are from kimono. Oh, it's a kimono. Okay.
Well, I can't tell. I have no idea. I don't know what the difference is.
I think a kimono's for women and a hakama is for men.
Okay, you might be right. And then
I'm entirely sure.
Yeah, I don't know. And then there was also yukata, but maybe that's just a general term referring to either one. Or maybe it just means some kind of other formal clothing. I don't know. Listen.
We'll Google it later. They'd be fully embarrassed.
Yeah, exactly. We're just gonna be completely and utterly wrong. Anyway, all right then, Ryunosuke. I'll see you in the courtroom.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Kazuma. Please tell me you're not the murderer.
I'm not.
Oh.
I actually have no idea, but I'm gonna tell you I'm not.
Who are you, sir? Ugh. Oh, this is awkward. If I may. Yes, sorry. Hello. He must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruto, I believe. Yes.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's right. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
My name is Yujin Mikotoba. Yeah, Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Ah, Professor Mikotoba! I've heard that name before, never seen you up close. I'm a terrible student.
Yeah.
As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Syogi has told me about you. You and he are best of friends, as I understand. Yes, nothing else. As such I feel as you should know. Know what? Well, you've no doubt heard Syogi has been granted permission to go study in Great Britain. Yeah, we were just talking about that.
You missed all the exposition.
However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'll have to kill him myself.
Damn! Wow. Okay.
His diplomatic immunity shall be revoked.
Uh-oh.
And never granted again. Wow, that's really dramatic. As if we didn't have enough stakes with the murder charge already. As I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. Yeah, you're not wrong. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams would be shattered. But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission even in the most favorable circumstances. I don't believe it. I didn't do it, I swear it. I'm not a murderer, please. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that providing your innocence will be no easy task. But it is the first case, so we'll never know. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial.
Ooh, the suspense theme. Ooh.
Wow.
I like that. It's like... Oh.
Ooh.
I think I'm going to like the music for this game very much.
You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. That is chilling. Oh, God. Then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so, as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. Guilty or not guilty? Guilty! When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do.
So you're agreeing to marry the
Is
judge.
this,
Wait,
is
no.
this a trial or a wedding? But, well, what would the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not.
Oh, thank God.
Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. I guess we could just interchange for the bailiffs. Would seem our superstitious.
Surreptitious.
Is that how you put?
Surreptitious.
Surreptitious.
Like is you
I've
pronounce it
never
like
heard-
maple syrup. Surreptitious.
I think I've only seen that word in like SATs or something.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. I had only heard it spoken before I saw it spelled, so I was like, oh, that's the. I was like, I always thought it was spelled differently, and then when I saw it spelled, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm glad I knew how to pronounce it before I knew how to spell it, because otherwise I would have never learned to pronounce it correctly.
It would seem surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. For 20 more minutes. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, but the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty or for failing to appear? Jesus. Get moving. There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway, you bastard. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kasuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance to prove my innocence. The trial that would decide my destiny. Hell yeah. This is a courtroom.
The Supreme Court of Judicature. I've never heard of that word before. The Supreme Court of Judicature.
Judicature? Judicature?
No, there's an
No.
AT in there, so I don't know. The Supreme Court of Judicature. No court in the land has more power.
You'll never find a more wretched pile of scum and villainy.
Scum and Where is that from? I forget.
Star Wars. It's from
Star Wars. Ah, yes.
Okay.
Clouds.
I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. And by look, I mean, man, COVID struck
Man, I can barely.
early.
Yeah, man, I can
They're
barely.
cardboard cutouts.
The lighting in here is terrible. I can't even see them.
Lots of military and other uniforms in there.
The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial.
Well, they did a terrible job. A secret trial.
A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend.
What? But why?
It'll become clear in time. But for now, you need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about to begin. Whoa! Oh my god. That's right, I forgot how Pain looks in this trial. Yo, the judge looks awesome, though. Alright, who wants to be judge?
Oof. You're gonna be Pain, obviously. You're gonna be the prosecutors.
Oh boy.
I
You know what?
think
Hell yeah.
that'll be
If I
fair.
get to be prosecutors, you can be the judges.
Okay. I'm also the main guy, so that's
Yeah,
like,
that's fair enough.
one of us is gonna be 2/3 of the court.
I will gladly be all of the prosecutors. I mean, obviously we're gonna switch out Pain for somebody else in later trials. I expect. I
Yeah.
don't know for certain, but that's kind of the way it always works. So, but then again, this game does so far, at least with a couple things, has been turning things on their head. So
Yeah.
maybe we're just gonna have Pain all game. Who knows?
Okay. Alright, you could be Pain and then you could be the witness if I'll be the judge. Maybe we just change up at like every other trial. or
Yeah,
something.
sure. Well, whatever. We'll figure it out when we get there. We'll
Okay.
burn the bridges when we get to them. Or wait, no. Well, after we cross them, then we burn them.
No, it's you burn them and then you fall through a freezing cold river and only come out with the cold.
I see. Fair enough. That is the Ace Attorney way.
Yeah, alright. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency.
Okay. I thought you were gonna go all out crazy for that one.
Objection!
No!
I actually have no idea what his voice is gonna sound like. Anyway, as is the defense.
Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate.
That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself.
Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided in 2 ways prior to trial.
2 days.
2 days. Blah, blah, blah. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for a final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This must be the question. Nope. I will marry him, sir.
Actually, yeah, if he said, so it is. So remember that the other guy, Mr. Salt and Pepper Hair, was advocating for what's his name?
For me?
For Kazuma. No, he was advocating for Kazuma's trip overseas. So he told you to answer that you advocate for your... Yeah. Sorry, it's been a long time.
I do.
Yeah. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. As I'm standing here beside the defendant, I hope it's clear who will advocate for his defense.
I do. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, will be defending myself. It'll be... What?!
What are you playing at, Ryunosuke?
Professor Mikitoba told me everything just now before the trial.
He did what?
He said your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if I were to lose.
How sad.
Oh no.
It means you don't have faith in me.
I mean, no.
You think I won't be able to get you off? Wow, phrasing.
Okay. No, that's not it, really, please. That's gross, but it's just that... It's like, wow, dude.
Come on, game.
Well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to read the reason that you...
Ellipses. Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikitoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in.
He's got a big nose.
Yes, he
Very
does.
well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial.
Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already, renouncing his own counsel, really?
Objection!
Oosh.
Oh, make no mistake,
Yeah.
counsel. This is great. I'm playing against myself here. I objected against myself. This merely shows the defendant's innocence is so apparent, he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruhodo-san?
Well, about that, me? Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. God help me, please. There's the face.
Yeah.
In fact, my mind's completely blank.
That's okay. This is a tutorial case. You'll be perfectly fine.
Oh, yeah.
I realize you're in charge now, but still try not to look so bewildered. Oh, that's right. Oh, interesting. So they're still keeping his name as Ouchie. So, Ouchie is the Japanese name of pain in all of the Ace Attorney games. Because obviously it's a play on the English word ouchie, meaning which is where they got the word pain from. You know, that's where.
If we open up the court record, will his full name be Ouchie Payne?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't remember what it is in the fan translation, which I don't even know if I checked the court record much in the fan translation before I stopped playing. Anyway, well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated a most heinous crime indeed.
As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. All right,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Something.
Accordingly, the very high standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruto? Yes, sir. Yes, you do, Your Excellency. Yes, sir. Help me, please. He's just so awkward the whole time. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yay, question time.
Question time. He's questioning your ability to do the job.
Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So let's start with the very simplest of questions. What is your favorite color?
What
The name
is
of the
the average
victim in this
airspeed
case.
of an unladen swallow?
Well, that's easy enough. I heard this name more times than I can remember. Oh no, I'm completely blanking. But, wait. Yep. I can't even remember that.
Yep.
Oh boy. Now, some things never change.
Mm-hmm. Ryunosuke. Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank.
Ah, you know me so well.
All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record.
Woohoo! It's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy to be playing this. Jesus.
Yeah, this is so good to be back to Ace Attorney. Oh, but I can't even find it, he says. It's simple. You can access the court record with a simple press of the R button.
Is it gonna come up on the thing?
If you find you've ever forgotten something, just consult it that. It's all in there. Let's try it. Does it work?
Nope, not now.
Damn, I have to give you permission.
I just have to press R for the court record. All right, there it is.
Now
the
it's
layout
been added.
changed.
There we go.
Boom. All right.
This is the list of the evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with R. Oh, we've got our pin. Yeah, you'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press B to go back.
Also, I hope you realize I'm going to be presenting that badge to everybody we come
Yes,
across.
that's mandatory. Absolutely mandatory. You must present the badge to everyone in the game.
Oh, darn it.
Taketsuchi Ouchi.
Darn it. All right, that's fine.
That's all right. John H.
the victim.
Wilson. Wilson is his name.
Watts Wilson.
Yeah,
Watts Wilson.
Wilson. Sure. Let's go with that. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record, just in case you didn't get the previous 5 times. Now, you'd better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on.
He's just staring at me.
Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press X to present it. Try now. All right, it's clearly Ouchie.
Take that!
Yes!
Oh, wow. Okay.
He just goes, yes.
The name's victim? The name's victim.
The
All
name's
right.
victim.
Maybe I am getting
The
dyslexic.
name's
All right.
victim was Cinder Block, Your Honor.
Victim's name was Dr. John H. Watson. We're just gonna be telling him.
No, you idiot. It was Wilson. Can't you read? Clearly, it's Wilson. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England invited to Yume University 3 years ago.
Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire, is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. Well...
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, I've read up a little bit on Japanese history in this period, and it's a very take relationship from what I understand.
And as the most few will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiations.
There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. Of the Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. I love the name for that. And yet...
I can perfectly say I've not heard of that one.
Yeah, me neither. Anyway, and despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilt on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yume University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor?
No. Oh, I didn't do it. Please, you gotta believe me. The case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution of this matter.
In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. And you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime.
Ouch. So that's why the trial has these unusual peculiarities, is it?
Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because the victim was an Englishman.
That's horrible.
That's fucked up.
Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. Oof. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime.
Oh dear, look at the time. I've already said this before. I'd better be going.
Alright, I think I'll stay here and enjoy this place a little longer. We know.
Good idea. Don't murder anyone while I'm gone.
Will do. Thanks for the advice.
Yeah,
Thank you for telling me that every time we have dinner together.
Yes, of course. That's why this is all. That's how they always part. Is all right. Don't murder anyone while I'm gone.
It's so incredible to think. Wait a minute. I've seen that man at the university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. Don't know his name, but I still should go and say hello. Yeah, probably. And introduce myself to Dr. Wilson.
Your mouse cursor is in front of the screen for me. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna keep that one in.
Sorry, it was just kind of bothering me.
Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruto. Yes, Your Excellency, please help me God. How did this Professor of Medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, I'm going to refer to his full name by this whole time, lose his life?
He's pulling a little Von Karma on us.
State before the cause of death. The cause of death, I believe, bullet to the head? Also blood from a gunshot to the chest. Okay.
So present the badge. No. His cause of death was I stabbed him with my university badge.
Oh no. Cause of death. Well, obviously that was, I don't even know when I was there.
Damn. I'm really bad at this. Ryunosuke.
Yeah.
Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence, except when it
Evidence?
doesn't need to be.
The hell is that? What is evidence?
I don't know. Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now!
Yes!
Ah, well, you see. I'm not sure if he looks nervous or affirmative during that one. During that
yes.
animation. According to the document, the victim suffered a more tragic death due to gunshot trauma. Wow, that was a lot more words than necessary.
Yeah. Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post-mortem report, I take it.
Yeah, sorry, yes, that's right. Post-mortem report.
In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way.
Oh, wow. Well, that's not that's not inaccurate at all.
I mean, I think it's more of a, a sense of respect for the dead.
Hope I'm not going to be tested on this later.
This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range.
So what you're saying is there's a lot more room for error with this evidence.
Yes, but that clearly this evidence is impeccable.
Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. Yeah, modern. Super modern. So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing, and the detail is incredible. Very well, I am satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial.
Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened.
Me! This is it,
Ryunosuke, get over here. You're going to cross-examine yourself.
I knew it.
I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind.
Hey, Professor, you mean Dr. Mikotoba?
Yes. Clearly, you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant.
Ah, of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kasuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial.
He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he?
Maybe, but, any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated. Please, for God's sakes, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, my first piece of advice is rein in that crazy look of bewilderment and control the cold sweats.
If only right in the crazy headband and control me. Control the cold stares first.
Ooh, that's a good comeback. No, I shall not rein in my headband. Oh, it's a butler. He did it.
Yep. Yep. All right.
All right. Case closed. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please.
This is you?
Okay. Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival.
Le Carnival. I have tuberculosis.
I was just about to say that.
Wow. You're right. You seem to be coughing up some wine?
It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Even
All
though
right.
it probably should.
Well, they really, really should there.
Oh boy, we're gonna have more of this. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery, 3 days ago.
Yes, understood. Hosonaga-san, you will kindly tell the courts everything you can about the incident.
At once, sir. And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please.
Alright. Perspiring? perspiring much, but maybe aspiring.
No, perspiring maybe, but aspiring?
Blah, 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 blah.
He's like...
I can't read.
It's alright, he's even judging himself. Anyway. Sorry, I just want to listen to the... I like... This music is good. Alright, it was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied.
That fits with my memory of it too. There was really hardly anyone else there in that place. Yeesh.
It was when I was in the kitchen, putting away crockery and cutlery.
Ouch!
A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student.
Yes!
Yes, I did it!
Yes!
What?
Yes!
Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up the gun I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him.
Objection!
Oh my god. Objection! I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections.
Yeah, well, no.
The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur.
But I can't. Oh. Next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, Defendant Naruto.
Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. For now, we must quietly listen to the witness.
Ugh, if I have to.
I hate listening to witnesses. This is the first time I've done it, and I already hate it. If I may confirm one point, waiter.
Waiter?
Waiter! Wait, no. Sorry. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today. Yes, without question. I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim?
Just me and my bloodied napkin.
No. There was no one else around that table but the deceased Englishman and the university student.
Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around at that table?
What's the matter, Ryunosuke?
It's just not right. When I went to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him at the table. Well, that would have been great information to know.
Really?
And that's not something the waiter could have missed. Been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do?
I believe... ooh. Shoot, I honestly forget how far I got, but he said...
There's no penalty box, so...
Yeah, well...
Yes!
Okay, what happened to hold it?
Yeah, apparently it's all yes.
Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Objection!
Dear me, dear me. What are we going to do with you?
I tried, okay?
With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all?
But, wow, we already suck.
Yes. Sonaga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy.
I thought that was the middle finger for a second.
Well, there was a character in an earlier game who looks kind of similar to him who actually did adjust his glasses with his middle finger, which they changed in the subsequent re-releases. It's only middle finger in the original DS version, I think. Anyway, no. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone.
I don't believe it.
I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day.
Ignore the drop of blood on it.
Yeah. Please, have a look if you'd like to.
Yeah, I'd love to. What's going on here? Me see. A sketch of the establishment's layout drawn by yourself, I presume.
It's Japanese. I can't read this. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone.
Now then, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. There we go.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank yous all around.
Thank you.
The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence.
Oh, well...
Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once.
Of course. Here you are.
What was that about?
That's my line.
Well, I wasn't reading it, actually. I was reacting.
Nice, you called it. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now.
Clearly, something's shaking him. I can't tell.
Specifically, they're shaking his lungs.
Let's have this on a 10-hour loop.
Yeah. Osanaga-san coughing ASMR. So, the court has now heard a precis of the case?
Precis.
Right. Whatever that means.
Can we examine this? Oh.
Magnifying glass. Ooh.
Wow.
Or does it, like, pop something... Okay, kitchen. Oh, that's cool. It translates what it leaves the Japanese text intact while still translate. That's cool.
That's neat. That's nice.
I like that they preserve the Japanese, but still, yeah. I mean, not that I really minded the heavy-handed localization of the previous games or anything. I thought they were always pretty great. But this one is very much culturally kind of rooted, so it makes more sense that they would stick to a little
Might as
more.
well, yeah. Don't change the art, just add text.
Yep.
Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant of the trial today.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. No.
No.
Nope. Have you played the series before?
Yeah.
Defendant Naruto. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you.
In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court.
Unsworn? That's a terrible idea.
Yeah. But I must warn the defense, if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial...
Dun dun dun.
The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime.
I thought you just said no one else was there.
No, no. He said that no one else was in close proximity.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm gonna be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Are you for real?
Yeah, oh my god.
Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these peculiarities. You said it, Professor Mikotoba said it, and he has since so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared what lies ahead if I push this.
Ellipses. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face. Is that it?
Yep. What?
Yes! Wait, no. I love his yes, because you can just use that as the response for, it's like, so you're willing to throw that back in my face? Yes! It's like Captain Falcon. Yes!
Oh, God. Stop.
If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary.
Ooh.
Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryunosuke.
Oh, yeah.
Boom! Karate chop! I don't slam this desk, I chop it in half. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Pointing! Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really... And he's like, whoa! He's like scared.
It's like, holy crap, I've never seen a lawyer before.
Whoa! I mean, that's a good thing.
Professor Alchi, please continue with the proceedings.
Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless.
The young and the reckless.
Indeed. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. In a few short moments from now, that dumbstruck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. The prosecution calls its next witness.
Boom. Very well, officer, bring forth the witnesses at once. Who the hell are you?
Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court.
Sir, okay. This is gonna get complicated.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be this guy. Yes, sir, the great
Nippon.
Nippon?
Or yeah,
The great-
Nippon. Actually, Nippon would be more accurate.
Nippon. Okay. The great Nippon Imperial Army's Sergeant Ayesa Nosa. I believe that's how you pronounce
Yeah,
it.
Ayesa Nosa.
Reporting for duty, sir. Ayesa. Ayesa? Whatever. Nosa.
You, sir.
Do you wanna be the old
Myself,
man?
I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon,
It's gonna be a lot of big words in this
Yeah.
game, isn't there?
and conduct my trade from Rasute, a humble premises in the 2nd District. Curio Korekuta, at your service. Ah, Curio. Ah!
Get it, y'all. An antique dealer and soldier. What an unusual pair.
Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Myself, I habitually take tea of the most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always post-noon. And not infrequently converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business.
I can't understand a word this old man is saying.
He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets Le Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele.
Richie rich. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, the sergeant looks like he'd be more a seller rather than a buyer.
Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Is that correct?
Yeesh. Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. Wow. It was that black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. This man's as impossible to understand as the other. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said.
Yep. So, this is the decisive witness the prosecution was threatening.
Yep.
Did I say witness or evidence?
You said witness.
Okay. Well, I mean, they are. They are witnesses. Anyway, the soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead.
Wow.
Wow, you really suck. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable?
Starting? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that incident occurred. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Standing ready and reporting, sir. I am holding a baby behind me. And no one else in this courtroom notices.
Unsavory memories of a most acerbic afternoon.
The old man's got the jitters. Oh.
Yeah.
I was ingesting the regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man.
Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman.
At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniform's varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little... And from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Wow, that's just wrong.
That's just blatantly wrong. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio.
So you dropped something, okay.
Yeah.
Well, so you, Sergeant Nosa, actually witnessed the vital moment. Well, you saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. You know it! Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. The wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable
Well, is the other guy's brandishing a knife? Whoa.
Yep.
What? Wow. What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day.
It's ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone.
Is that
I don't
really
know what
true,
a gun is.
Right, you know? I'm starting to doubt you by this point.
Yes, all I did was pick up the gun when I saw it lying on the floor, like an idiot.
Like an idiot, yes.
After I'd said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then when I finished, I got up from my seat, shot him, and then left the restaurant. I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting.
How did you know the gun was English-made? Checkmate!
It doesn't look like a Japanese gun, to be honest.
I mean, I don't know what the difference is.
I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it. So I bent down, and just as I was picking it up... Die!
Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. Somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was.
There is? I didn't notice anything. As I
Yeah.
said, I'm an idiot.
Yes, I brandish my sword. Ryunosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witnesses.
Yes. Cross-examination?
Do it now! Do it now! Do it now! As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice.
Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard eliminates the vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is in my grave duty to declare the verdict of this trial.
Yes!
What happened to hold it?
I don't know.
What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? I mean, the defense demands the right to a cross-examination. He's like, shh.
Dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic.
Well, how did he know?
The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection!
You piece of shit. The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Sorry, I just felt like saying that. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Yeah.
Kasuma's so commanding. Holy. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses.
All right, this is where the battle really begins, Ryunosuke.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
I didn't read it. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination.
You just cross-examine. It's easy. Wait, no. Isn't it
I knew
obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements.
How?
You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie.
Well, yes, but...
It's just a case of proving it, and the key to doing that is evidence.
Right, evidence.
We went over this before. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying, i.e., your badge. That's what I do, and it wins me every case. Now, let's go, Ryunosuke. Don't let them beat you. He slapped
shook
the
his
desk,
hand?
He didn't make a sound.
I made a little bit of a sound on my end.
Yeah, but he was like, what? Because he was expecting the slam to be dramatic, and it wasn't. I love that. That's so good.
All right, then. It's all or nothing.
That was great. Just, he was like so disappointed.
Okay, we saw. Let's just skip. Do we want to press all the statements, or do we want to just go direct to the lie?
Typically, pressing the statements is usually kind of funny. I think we should.
Yes!
We're just yes. No, hold it.
Oh, what happened to hold it?
I'm a little bummed. I hope, well, I guess they are kind of breaking tradition.
Why aren't you saying anything? Is there some sort of new interrogation technique? I actually haven't thought of what I wanted to ask.
Just ask about anything that catches your attention. Anything that bothers you.
Alright, then,
How did the steak taste?
This beef What kind of food is that? Okay.
Oh,
okay, not the taste.
I love this guy.
Beefsteak
Tension.
is delicious cut of veal, vigorously cooked on a cast iron grill and serving piping hot. Oh, that's delicious. If food could receive medals of honor's beefsteak would be almost highly decorated as a cutlet. Right, I see. Thank you, sir. So, next question. Is he raising his hand?
It's so good.
This cutlet you mentioned, what kind of food is that? Cutlet is a delicious cut of veal tossed in breadcrumbs and deep fried in cooking oil. Yeah, you're right.
Now I'm hungry.
I made that the other day. Accept your guilty verdict, atone for your crimes, and when you're released from prison, try it. Yep, sir. I'll double, sir.
Sorry to interrupt, but how about trying to stick to questions that are relevant to the case?
Nope. I will not do my best, sorry. So the next question... Oh, for God's sakes. This is going on for a long time. Negative. Ow. I didn't even, like... You just interrupted that one.
Yeah.
Well, at least for... Actually, learned he's a big beef lover.
Affirmative.
Oh.
Yo.
Hello.
Wait, there are achievements in this game? What? That's new.
See, I got the Switch version to avoid achievements.
Damn it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I guess we're getting them whether we're stuck with them or not. I think we should just press all of this. That was hilarious.
Yes!
Please tell me Holder is in this game eventually.
I have no idea, so I can't tell you even if I wanted to.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a Koban boy.
A Koban? You mean an old Edo coin?
The day
That's
prior to the incident, a treasure of exceptional value from the Hoei period entered my possession. I took myself to the restaurant the following day, with the said item secreted in my bosom pocket. In the hope of an affluent cognizant, appraised of its indisputable value being present.
So you're hoping to sell your Koban coin? To Sergeant Nosa, from whom you met at the restaurant.
Yes, it's quite clear where you're going with this, boy. You were about to assert that a penniless soldier would have no hope of purchasing a precious Koban. Isn't that so?
Yep. Yeah, well. You little upstart cadet. Oh! You want disrespecting a superior officer to your list of crimes, do you? Blatant subordination. Okay.
I thought it was insubordination.
No, it's just... He just said subordination, right?
I know, but I thought the phrase was insubordination.
Oh. Probably.
I don't know. Maybe maybe it's different. I don't know.
I didn't say anything. Although penniless might be just the word I was looking for.
In any case, the hour was already advanced beyond that of the midday luncheon. There remained precious few present with whom I could engage in discourse about matters of business.
That gentleman...
The gentleman beside me, who was grappling with his braised veal at the time, was my sole prospect.
I see. Farm start. Alright.
Yes! Yes!
Yes,
Aw.
I did it. Wait, no.
That makes no sense, Jesus. So you're saying you actually saw me at the time? Affirmative, I saw you! Only you could stop forest fires. Laughing, cackling like a madman as... Wow. As you trained the barrel of your gun on the English civilian.
I love that. Oh, I love this game so far.
Oh, but that's impossible. I only...
Allow me to confirm just one point, please.
What's that, private?
Thinking carefully about the statement you just made, it seems to me that it must have been just after you heard the gunshot that you looked over to the victim's table.
And so what if I was? It means you're an idiot.
Yes. Well, if that really is the case, it would mean that you didn't, in fact, see the precise moment when the killer actually fired the gun.
Well, double arg. My sixth sense. I'm sorry? My sixth sense of danger. I picked up the waves of murderous energy radiating from your foul mind. That's a load of crap. Which means a split second before you pulled the trigger, I looked right at you, cadet. Surely that's not really possible, is it? Do you think I'd have got to where I am today in the army if I couldn't sense danger in the air, son?
Well, it would seem this soldier is absolutely convinced that he saw you do the deed.
This is not good.
Alright, I think we know where to go from here.
Yes! Yes!
Is that all he's saying?
I have no idea.
Why?
Ellipses.
What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting this wad of papers in my mustaches. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. It's a clear inconsistency here.
What nonsense. What can this document possibly tell us that we don't already know?
Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth.
I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom.
Ugh, this is so frustrating. Yes.
Karate chop. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court.
Kazuma, what?
What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the post-mortem report presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What?
What? What?
What? Sergeant, yes sir, no sir. Oh my god, his
Yes,
name
sir.
is yes
What is
sir,
it, sir?
no sir. Oh my god.
The statement you just made was
The
this.
statement, yes.
The black
the-
uniform varsity cadet fired on... Oh, that's you.
I thought that's me, yeah. The black
Yep.
uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel.
Yes, sir, affirmative, sir. The witness of the crime with my own military grade eyes, sir.
Yes!
But no, that just can't be. Is that a glitch? I feel like that's a glitch now.
No, well, it can't be. I don't know.
Then why
Maybe
not
maybe
cadet?
it's I don't know. Maybe once he gets more confident, he'll use the proper terminology. I don't know. I haven't played this. I can't tell you.
because.
The wonderful things that it does. Wait, no. As is clearly stated in the post-mortem report. Fatal hemorrhage from pectoral ballistic trauma. No exit wound. Bullet did not pass through the body. The photographic print of the victim clearly shows the same thing. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it?
Ow.
I love how the baby has a buzz cut like him.
What the hell was that? Something just popped from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly, there's a clear discrepancy in the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Ow, well. Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were...
Oh, that's adorable.
Firmly fixed on a delicious Le Carnival steak, sir.
What? The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness sucks. This witness, Sergeant Yes Sir No Sir, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. Karate chop. Sorry. I just love that, so it just there is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom.
Ouch!
Oh. Gah! He's like looking at the achievement.
There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial just from one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. Title drop.
Yeah, see, I am the actual protagonist.
And so is the next one gonna have a line drop? So this is what being a great ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him. The university cadet, he was pointing a firearm directly at the victim's back. Yes, I was. But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up on the floor.
Like an idiot.
And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either.
Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor.
Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing?
Hunting for treasure.
Ah, yes.
Treasure? Indeed, the Hoei-era koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasute.
In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you, I assume.
On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I proffered my Hoei treasure. Believed that he would purchase such a rare find, I did not, but I was presented with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished. The koban vanished? Hunting around under the table I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there. And then it happened. You heard the gunshot.
I keep thinking that's me.
That's totally fine. Listen, if I think it's gonna get rough getting used to this. Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded Hoei treasure. Nothing could distract me. Out of interest, Did you find the coin in the end?
Can I buy it?
No. I see. That lamentable day, the precious Hoe Koban was lost to me. Take that!
What am I doing? Oh, did I hit the button by mistake?
I
Oof,
think
my
you
bad.
did. Yeah, it presents attorney's badge. Well, actually, you don't have an attorney's badge. No doubt some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
I'm sure everyone is present, I'm sure everyone present is aware. This case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. That's some fast shipping.
Yeah. it's over a wire, you see. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. My witnesses have further testimony to make.
Explain.
They have more to say, Your Honor.
Wow, what a dumb question.
With all due respect, Your Excellency, are you paying attention? Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
What?
He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he?
Ugh, don't remind me. Very well, the court invites the witness to testify again. And you will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Or I will come down there and kill you myself. Is that clear?
As clear as Kiriko glass, Your Excellency.
Yes, sir, at once, sir. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. My baby's hungry, sir. Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out from under your shoulder, I think. Aw, affirmative, the newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name, Ido.
Oh my god, I don't know, sir. I don't know, sir. I have no idea if that's the same name as they had in Japanese. I want to say it's not. I want to say it's a different name.
Oh, wow.
But, which is interesting because the main kind of characters' names are, I think, all the same. So that's actually hilarious. I don't know, sir. That's, oh my god, that's amazing.
I'm waiting for the baby to be added to this.
It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Zing.
Ido Tinshan.
Tension? I think.
Tanshan?
Oh!
Your father's about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. Oh, I hate the snot.
That's, I love it. Just a little, that's adorable.
He's happy.
Yeah, that's cute.
If what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. No, it's not.
It's not. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black. That much I myself did see.
Brother Mara, a visual search of the premises at this time confirmed that we were only personal... Oh, whatever that said.
Yeah. Personnel present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself.
Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out. He just leaves.
He just walks away. Bailiff, stop that man.
Yes!
What? That's nonsense! The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all.
Please, enough of these outbursts already.
There was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her.
Objection!
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly.
Stop shouting yes at everything.
God, please, seriously, at least, object properly, like me. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
Photographic print at the scene of the crime, counsel? Yes, we conclude no one was at the table. There was no victim here, Your Honor.
Yes, clearly no one has died. This court should be adjourned immediately. Indeed, of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can be plainly seen, there is only one place set, which clearly means that he wasn't simply sitting with someone who wasn't eating, of course.
Certainly based on the appearance of his print. It would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. This doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record at once, post-haste.
Yes.
I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman.
The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well.
That's not true. I saw her. I swear, I saw that woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time, after all. The witnesses' testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt. Let's just cross-examine already, Jesus!
These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still very fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Takatsushi Ouchi, will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor, and we're using the British spelling of honor. Actually, we're using the British spelling of almost everything, actually.
Yeah. How can this be happening? They did that with Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright also. They just kept the British part so they didn't have to localize that, fully for American.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's gotta be me. It's not over yet.
What?
If what you say is true...
Every time.
On
Every
my
time.
end, we said that perfectly in sync as well. That was great. that was great. I love that. Anyway, if what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination.
I don't know, Kusuma. The defense is entitled to the cross-examination to cross-examine the witnesses. But make it quick, understood?
Rules can be so unbending at times.
The true culprit. Okay, so what are we doing here?
Do we want to take a look at the... Why don't we take a look at the evidence? Well, we could also press them, for sure. But, like, I'm just... Because we got some new pieces of evidence.
Is that like a little pin on the plate there? On the right?
On the... What, the... It looks like a bull's head or something?
Yeah, what is that? Okay. This is
Can
very...
you actually, like, examine it, or can you only, like... Like, can you
No,
press A to
I just magnify it.
Okay.
Just
Alright.
magnify.
Bummer. Let's back out then. I don't see anything in particular. Oh, hang on. What's the description say? Bottle of carbonated... Huh, carbonated water. Interesting. Steak lunch. Okay. Okay, does it match the picture of the body? Okay, it does.
Yeah.
So okay, at least they're not so stupid as to say, oh, it's at the other seat at the table. It is at his place.
Mm-hmm. I think there's a contradiction here. Oh, I can't present people? Oh, snap. Wow, never mind. I can't present people.
What were you thinking though?
The butler? The waiter?
But well, but he was in the kitchen when the gunshot rang out, according to his testimony. I think, right? I think that's what it said. Anyway, maybe we should start pressing.
Yes.
You've noticed someone else You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
Objection!
As you have been at pains to point out time and time again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear.
Should probably get that checked.
Yes, I probably should. And yet, no one appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman.
Yeah. Only there would be more people dining there at the time. Then someone else would have noticed her.
Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. Quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant.
I know, of course. The place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect. Certainly 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of times to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day and why he was alone.
Yes, Your Excellency. There was indeed a reason.
There was?
This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. Oh, wow, we chose exactly the correct thing to press. Damn, nice work.
What is that, Counsel?
It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. He got straight A's. I mean, it would seem... it would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant.
God, come on.
Hottie, oh, okay, yeah,
The Hada
Hada Clinic. That's the Japanese name for the Hottie Clinic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, amazing. I'm
There
a
would
little bummed
indeed
they
appear
didn't
to be.
change it. I'm a little bummed they didn't call it Hottie Clinic.
It's fine.
All right.
Indeed appear to be an entry for that date in question. 19th of November, noon to past 1 p.m.
The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder. What do you think, Ryunosuke?
Well, it's hard to see how it could be related, really.
Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful.
Yes, please. Nah, let's not.
Better not.
Yes!
If I may, I'd like to ask the medical report to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency.
On what grounds?
It's relevant to the victim's whereabouts?
The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Objection!
Fuck you. What? I like to think Kazuma just like actively insults, cause he brandishes his sword. He's like constantly shouting and karate chopping the desk. Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon. You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence.
Very well. The court will grant the defense's request.
Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend.
Oh boy. Glad to see nothing's changed. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report or card into the court record.
What we need right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first.
Right, I hear you.
You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt.
I doubt that.
Feel free to reiterate. I see what you did there. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Korekuta-san. Or Korekuta, maybe? Korekuta. Curio? Oh my god, his name is Curio Correcta. Curio Collector. Okay. God, I love this game. I'm so glad to have new puns to groan at.
Yes, puns!
Yes!
So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone?
That I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in. So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. As can clearly be seen, there is only a single beefsteak on the victim's table. A meal for one.
No.
It's not true. It's impossible. The antique
Impossible?
No, they were eating steak. The antique dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why?
If I'm perfectly honest, I have no idea.
I feel that. Let's see. So is that all that the medical report says?
Let's check. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Medical report.
Yeah, I kept... Shoot!
Oh,
I
good
hit
job.
the wrong button.
Good job.
It's clearly odd.
So we can't, like, press A to investigate it or anything?
No.
And that does seem to be, yeah.
That's our first penalty. Pay no attention, Your Excellency. As you wish. Now kindly lower your hand. Oh.
Oof. Never. Never! Alright, maybe we gotta do more pressing.
Okay.
Yes!
Okay. He's so pissed. What did you say, cadet? Clearly a young woman sitting there. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you, you have failed to see the professor's dining companion. It's just not possible. Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruto, it's just not the case that these two witnesses alone. So the waiter whose testimony the court heard earlier clearly said the same thing. He also said the victim was alone. That's right.
Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady.
But I...
If such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time.
There's nothing I could say to that.
Oh,
okay, thank you.
Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now.
Okay, this was the last statement of the testimony.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's like this. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that brings any real discrepancies to light.
I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before.
Oh, you mean this?
Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. Clearly, you need to learn how to examine every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Yeah, how exactly should I do that?
You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are ones you may examine.
Oh, did I have to select that? Did I do it wrong, or was it just not available till now?
I have no idea. It didn't look like there was an option for it, but my screen is also very small, so press A and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Use
for the right
stick. Use up, right, down, left, or sorry, up, left, down, right, to rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. Look,
we call this scientific investigating.
Amazing 3D technology. Using the left stick. Yeah, my guess is that this is like a forced tutorial or something. You can move crosshairs around to hunt for clues. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, press A to investigate further.
Wow, the pacing for the autoplay is very fast.
Oh, interesting. I did not know you were using autoplay. So,
I just tried it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report. See if something isn't new to be learned by examining it in more detail.
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
For every visit.
It says Hada Clinic on this medical report card. I hate clinics almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries.
Aren't they all the same?
When I was 5, I caught the only cold I've ever had in my life. And I remember, even though I felt awful already, I had to have this hideous injection in my right arm. Ugh, I'll never forget it. Never in my whole life.
Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues. We don't want to miss anything.
That looks suspicious.
Aha. Wow, we can open it. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia.
Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out?
It would seem so. Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed.
So why would he be eating steak?
Ah.
Aha!
Aha! Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief.
Yes, I've heard of it, of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe that there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain.
Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed.
Really?
Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. Do-do-do, yeah! I love the sound effects.
With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes.
So, I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you?
Definitely. Precise moment? Nope. Yep. Young lad, or you mean young lady in black?
Well, we don't know that the young lady was wearing black.
Confirm you the only personnel present. Maybe this one? What's this one say?
Probably, yeah, probably the old
Okay,
man.
so it's you. Yeah, it's the old man.
It's you, old man.
Sorry, oldie.
Yep.
I have to throw this in your face.
Yep.
Yes!
Well, I think,
About what are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer?
Yes. I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused.
Ryunosuke. Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it.
Thanks, Kazuma.
I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you looked like a dork. I mean, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking.
All right. And thanks for the advice.
Let the objections flow through you. Okay.
Correcta. Correcta-san. This is the medical report card belonging to the victim.
Ah, I see. And I don't see. What of it, boy?
Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Alright, something clearly doesn't add up.
Objection!
Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur?
I'm sorry, what?
You are not to interrupt our court proceedings with your amateurish drivel.
But...
Let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant.
But that's,
Remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words.
Oh.
Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies the court have heard have been clear and concise.
Say it.
This medical report has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who could have possibly...
The medical report card has nothing to do with this case, you say? Do you really believe that?
He slammed correctly. What? That outburst have petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant?
Perhaps because Hada Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic.
A dental clinic. Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted?
Oh, what's this now?
And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating...
Oh!
Just, what are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders not to eat, so what? It's all written up here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off.
What? No, that can't.
Correct, Assad.
What, boy? What?
As you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all.
No.
Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. That cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we now know, has had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing effects of the anesthesia.
Ah! Expertly done, partner.
I gotta go ahead.
What is this nonsense, you little upstart? These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table.
Objection!
Damn it.
Yeah, aw, damn, it was me. Haha, psych. Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Ah, wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke?
Yes. Yes, definitely. So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat, which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured steak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel. Counsel? Oh, yes. That means me, doesn't it?
All right, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of you turning this case around. I mean, show
them what you're made of. Got it. So, do I have to sing too? No. Okay.
No, please don't. Please don't.
I must have been...
Me!
Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person.
Yes, there was no such person. There was, because I saw her.
When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, I shall cut you down. I mean, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial, relentlessly.
Kazuma?
Are you insane?
Yes, yes I am.
You would take on the government? Don't worry, Counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand.
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you had deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury.
Perjury?
And, since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit? In murder? No!
Hold it! No, negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders.
That's right, as the man says. They just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us.
Well, we're dead.
Oh.
What? What did you just say? Correct us on?
Oh, no.
You were just following orders?
Now, hold on, lad. I was, say you never saw the gentlewoman. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with a lady from overseas?
What?
Objection!
What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair?
Just one simple slip of the tongue. Order. Counsel, explain what is going on here.
It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this.
And who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut?
Well,
That's classified.
So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you?
You wouldn't. This can't be happening.
Ryunosuke. Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Ouchie had any idea about it.
What are you saying?
For once, he's not a piece of shit. Wait, no.
I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It can only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose.
Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit.
So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut.
Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here.
But how? How can we possibly?
Remember how we made progress before? Presenting our attorneys, we examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result.
Ah, yes, that's right.
Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose.
No time to lose! I want answers now. If it's proven that the witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe.
Please, wait. Your Excellency! I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god, I know nothing.
And what does the defense have to say about all this, well, Your Excellency, no time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my head. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is... Who looks like a murderer?
We did not check the evidence.
I can't check the evidence. I can't
Well,
switch
crap.
back.
We're gonna get penalized then.
Huh. Take that.
Yes!
There,
Can
what
we
do you
check-
make of that?
Can we check the court record now? Let's check the court. Actually, let's check the court record. Okay, let's examine things. So anything with a magnifying glass on it, we can investigate further.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's all normal. Should we check? Well, that's unexpected.
What is?
Look, do you see it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga.
Well, yes, business cards do tend to show a person's name. That's sort of the point.
It's not the name that's unexpected. It's his job title.
His job? Oh. Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Oh, damn it was him.
we probably should have checked the evidence.
What on earth?
I have no idea, but let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here.
All right, let's yeah. I'm sorry. yeah, I know. I'm disappointed. Yeah.
If you must close your eyes in a crisis, might I suggest you keep your mouth shut next time? Otherwise, I may have to use the influence I have in this courtroom to shut it permanently. Poof! There goes your HP bar.
Don't know what that about that prosecutor exactly, but it really makes me wince in pain
pain!
sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, I love this game's localization so far. I get another fight. Oh, wait. What did he say? Go back. I don't have a great deal of influence myself, but believe me, I can find other ways to make you keep your mouth shut as well. Ooh.
All right, don't get angry. I think again.
Must be a clue somewhere in all that evidence in the court record.
Yes. I know.
Yes.
We did it already.
Oops.
Yes. Thank you. Skip.
All right, the butler did it. Or
Yes,
waiter.
surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga, sir. Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier.
Objection!
Poppycock.
Hey, you watch your language.
Excuse me, the defense has repeatedly called me a piece of yeah, and you talk to me about language. What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony?
Everything.
Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence.
About that.
For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the man were truly a waiter.
I mean, I still didn't want him to spit in my soup, so, I mean, there's that too.
Well, you know how it is. What if he truly were... Ugh. Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth.
The truth about Satoru Hasanaga's real identity has been proven with this evidence.
Yes!
The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Read that wrong. But I'm not sure if we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency. It's on the back of the card. It's the back. The back of the card, and that's of interest. I beg your pardon? Or perhaps I should have said the front? Yes. It's the front of the back of the card. It's on the other side.
Yes. Oh, that's you. Sorry. Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession.
Waiter's profession, but that's surely... You can't be serious. Good gracious!
That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard of any mention of this before? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power. Absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign whatever.
Foreign gentlewoman at the scene.
Yeah, right. Ellipses.
Hold it!
It is I.
Inspector Hosonaga!
I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. I don't think we really need a flashback to this moment.
Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over the business card.
I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake.
Yeah, it was.
So, you mean to say you really are a detective?
But why would a detective be working at a restaurant as a waiter? Your salary.
Your salary.
Terrible. He's working undercover.
I was working
undercover, you say?
Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide.
Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga. But you will elaborate on one point for the court.
Of course, Your Excellency.
We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. At the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. Oopsies again. If this is indeed true, certainly You would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this or to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct?
Correct, Your Excellency.
Unbelievable.
As I suspected.
Just shoot himself?
Oh! Oh, wow. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman.
So
the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the Bureau. It was then that I received some special orders.
Special orders? You mean to say...
Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders.
But what if this Englishwoman was the killer?
I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case.
But it's not right.
One possibility does spring to mind.
What do you mean, Kazuma?
Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young Englishwoman.
What?
You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour.
You mean...
When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first.
Now the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector.
The Englishwoman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Jezale Brett. I don't know what the joke is in that name.
Not yet.
She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yume University's medical faculty. What is happening here? I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene, and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to Your Excellency to decide how to deal with this situation.
Very well, my thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented in the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, the victim was dining alone. However, if you have not discovered that the premise is false, it would be at discretion of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
But, Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom. Inspector Hosonaga.
Yes, sir.
You will locate this Giselle Brett? Giselle Brett. And escort her to the courtroom with utmost urgency.
Yeah, I don't know what the joke is. At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly.
And that means withholding information from testimonies.
Yes, of course it does.
So it won't be a problem then.
Nothing will get in my way.
He definitely did it. Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Gisela Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. Your Excellency.
Then we'll have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. Thank you. To be continued.
Oh, perfect timing. To be continued.
Yeah, let's not save. And we'll catch you guys in the next episode.
All right. See you guys then.